Hey guys, what up? Gangstapranksta here, bringing the weekly wrestling review for June 3rd. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, this is where we talk everything about professional wrestling, from news, reviews to predictions. We talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be giving reviews for No Way Out, Raw, Smackdown, Impact, Ring of Honor, give predictions for Ring of Honor, Best in the World, and a little bit of very little wrestling news. So let's start off right away. First, we got reviews for No Way Out. No Way Out was pretty good. I enjoyed a couple matches. There was one thing that I really hated. We'll get to that in a second. So let's get right into it right away. First, we got Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler world title match. Good match. Sheamus won. This was a solid opener to open the show, and they had a really good match. Next, we got the worst thing on the show: Santino Marella versus Ricardo Rodriguez in a tuxedo match. This was horrendous. This had no place on the pay-per-view. Save this for a Raw or a Smackdown. This was horrendous. I hated it. It was the worst thing on the pay-per-view. Fans were chanting boring. And one thing I gotta say, if you're gonna do stuff like this with Santino, get the U.S. title off him. Put it on someone else. Put it on someone who could use it. Someone you want to push. Maybe a David Otunga. Who else? I don't know. Anybody but Santino is pretty good right now. So, maybe Del Rio, I don't know. Anybody but Santino. Just don't do this kind of shit with your U.S. champion. Any champion, fuck it. Next we got Christian versus Cody Rhodes, Intercontinental title match. Good match. Christian wins. Next we got Epico and Primo versus Darren Young and Titus O'Neil versus the Usos versus Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd in a four-way number one contenders match for the tag team titles. I love these kind of matches. I wish WWE would put more of them. I wish WWE, the game, would fucking have these kind of matches, like multi-tag team matches. They used to have triple threat tag team matches, and then they took them out because they're assholes. And yeah, so now we have nothing. Oh, we just have basic tag team matches. Anyways, I liked this match. It was pretty good. Titus and Darren win after Abraham Washington turns on Epico and Primo. But yeah, more of these. Well, they don't really have enough tag teams to do this kind of match. But yeah, I'd like to see these more often. Next, we got Triple H comes out and challenges Brock Lesnar to a match at SummerSlam. Just talked a bunch of shit about Brock and Paul Heyman. Next, we got Beth Phoenix versus Layla. Divas title match. Pretty good match. Layla wins. Next, we got Sin Cara versus Hunico. Okay match. Sin Cara wins. Next, we got CM Punk versus Kane versus Daniel Bryan in a WWE title match. I really enjoyed this match. That was really good. I prefer their Over the Limit match, but this was still a solid match. CM Punk wins. Next, we got Ryback versus two guys, and he destroys them. Nothing new. Next, we got Big Show versus John Cena. Steel cage match, the main event of the show. This was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. Cena won. Lots of interference from people like Vince, John Laurinaitis, Brodus Clay, Kofi Kingston, Santino Marella, Zack Ryder, Alex Riley. And yeah, you had Brodus trap Big Show in the cage, and then he couldn't get out, and Cena hit the FU, I think, and escaped. I don't remember the finish, but it was a really good match. After the match, Vince fires Laurinaitis, and Cena hits an FU to Laurinaitis through an announce table. Solid main event. Yeah, solid matches. Definitely the world title match was solid. The Sheamus Ziggler. The four-way tag team match, that was just fun. And the CM Punk three-way, that was a good match too. So yeah, that was No Way Out. Next we got Raw. It starts out with Mick Foley. He comes out and says he'll be general manager for Raw and Smackdown this week. He brings out John Laurinaitis. Laurinaitis comes out and says it'll be John Cena versus David Otunga, Big Show, and himself. Next, we got CM Punk and Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan and Kane. Good match. Punk and Bryan win. Next, we got Jack Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler. Pretty good match. Ziggler wins. This is pretty much the end of the whole stable, like Vicky, Dolph, and Jack. Dolph wins, and now Vicky's going to go with him. I don't know what they're going to do with Swagger. Maybe a U.S. title. Maybe. Next, we got Paul Heyman comes out and says Lesnar will not face Triple H in a match. Triple H comes out. They go back and forth until Heyman mentions Stephanie McMahon. And Triple H loses it and knocks out Heyman. Next, we got Alberto Del Rio versus Santino Marella. Okay match. Del Rio wins. Next, we got Layla is in the ring and brings out Wendy Richter and Cyndi Lauper. They come out. They're excited to be back. Blah, blah, blah. Heath Slater comes out and disses the girls and starts singing. I'm a one-man band. Anyways, Roddy Piper comes out and tells Slater to, get out of the way. And he gives Cyndi Lauper a gold record. Slater starts singing again, and Piper pokes him in the eyes, and Lauper smashes the record over Slater's head. This was okay. I'm glad Piper was in this, because it could have been a lot worse. Next, we got Primetime Players versus Epico and Primo. Okay match. Epico and Primo win by countouts. And last but not least, John Cena versus Big Show versus David Otunga and John Laurinaitis in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Okay match. Cena wins. So Big Show and Otunga, they ditched Laurinaitis. Big Show left before the match, and Otunga left during the match. So Laurinaitis was left by himself, and he got his ass kicked. So next we got TNA Impact. Starts out with Hulk Hogan. He calls out Austin Aries. Aries comes out and says he'll face Rude for the world title. But all future X Division champs get this opportunity. I'm going to give up my X Division title for a world title match. Robert Roode comes out and talks a bunch of shit. Roode and Aries start brawling. Mr. Anderson comes out and challenges the winner of their match to a world title match. And then we got Mr. Anderson in the match versus Christopher Daniels. Pretty good match. Anderson wins. Next, we got Robbie E versus Kurt Angle. Blah match. Angle wins like 30 seconds. A lot of matches on the show and a lot of backstage segments, but I'm not going to talk about those. Next, we got Magnus versus AJ Styles. Pretty good match. Magnus wins. Next, we got the Open Fight Night. The Gut Check. Open Fight Night's the title. That's later. Anyways, so we got Tara versus Taylor Hendrick. It was pretty good. Tara wins. On the next Gut Check, I'd like to see a tag team come in, because TNA needs some good tag teams. So, yeah, I'd like to see a tag team come in. Maybe the the Briscoes wouldn't come. They're too loyal to ROH. But there's a lot of good tag teams out there. They just need a, pick. Probably going to be from OVW. Anyways, next is Samoa Joe versus James Storm. Pretty good match. Storm wins. Next we got Bully Ray and D'Angelo De Niro. Pretty good match. Pope wins. Next we got the Open Fight Night. Here it is. Brooke Tessmacher versus Mickie James. Knockouts title match. Pretty good match. Brooke wins. Next we got RVD versus Jeff Hardy. Pretty good match. Hardy wins. Everything was pretty good. They're all short matches. Nothing was too long. It was like 3-4 minutes. But yeah, it was a lot of matches. And last but not least, I still don't know how I feel about this, but we'll talk about it, and I'll give my thoughts and opinions. We have AJ Styles and Dixie Carter come out and try and reveal their secrets, but they're too emotional. Some girl comes out and reveals that she's a drug addict, and Dixie and AJ are helping her. It's ridiculous. Daniels and Kazarian come out, and AJ just beats the fuck out of them. Like, he hit hard. Like, he powerbombed Kazarian so hard, Kazarian kneed himself in the face. Like, AJ beat the fuck. I loved it, the intensity. He just beat the fuck out of them. Okay, so back to this whole drug addict thing. So you're telling me, like, I would have rather had them like they're having an affair. Like, this whole drug it's dumb. It's dumb to me. Some people might like it, like, it's a nice, surprise. I think it's a dumb surprise. It's like your birthday, and you think you know what you're gonna get, and it's the total opposite. I don't know. I have to wait. I have to see more. I have to see more of this drug addict. She's a horrible actor, by the way. Oh my god, it's horrible. But yeah, a fucking drug addict. TNA, ridiculous. Next we got SmackDown. Big Show comes out and says Cena got lucky on No Way Out, and he doesn't care about Laurinaitis. Brodus Clay comes out and attacks Big Show. David Otunga comes out and attacks Brodus. Show knocks out Brodus, and then Otunga starts dancing. Starts doing the Carlton dance. He's like, Brodus, I'm a better dancer. And he just busted a move. Next, we got Ryback versus two guys. Ryback wins, of course. A shocker, right? I thought the two guys had a chance. But I guess not. Next, we got Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. Pretty good match. Del Rio wins. After the match, Cody attacks Christian. Next, we got Kane versus Daniel Bryan. Good match. Kane wins. Next, we got Mick Foley comes out and is interrupted by Heath Slater. Slater comes out and asks him to do something about what happened on Raw. Foley puts Slater in a match against Zack Ryder. So Zack Ryder versus Heath Slater. Okay match. Ryder wins. Next, we got the Usos versus the Primetime Players. Pretty good match. Primetime Players win. Backstage, Epico and Primo attack the Primetime Players. I'm glad that they're actually building a storyline between these two tag teams. Hopefully they have another pay-per-view match, like a one-on-one. I'm glad. I'm hoping to see more tag team wrestling. I just forgot. Who are the tag team champions on WWE? Oh, R-Truth and Kofi Kingston. Alright, never mind. Just a little brain fart there. Next, we got Santino Marella comes out and starts reading signs the fans have in the crowd. He brings a lady to the ring. She kisses him, and he passes the fuck out. Even more reason to take the U.S. title off him and put it on anybody else. Anybody. Tenzai, Jack Swagger, David Otunga, Brodus Clay. The list goes on and on. Last but not least, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus. World title match, rematch from No Way Out. This was a good match. Sheamus won. Solid main event for Impact. Next, we got Ring of Honor. The show, first off, was Mike Bennett versus Adam Page. Pretty good match. Bennett wins. After the match, Bennett continues to attack Page until Eddie Edwards makes a save. And then Bennett challenges Eddie to a match with Brutal Bob. That'll be next week. Next, we got Steve Corino, Kevin Steen, and Jimmy Jacobs come out and challenge Davey Richards to change their Best in the World match to an Anything Goes match. Next, we got the Briscoes versus two guys. I didn't catch their names, but it was a pretty good match. Briscoes win. And last but not least, Roderick Strong versus Tommaso Ciampa for the ROH TV title. Pretty good match. Strong wins by DQ. Solid. I enjoy this episode of Ring of Honor. Only thing I don't like, I'd like to see Kevin Steen make an appearance weekly. You know, you have WWE, and you could pretty much guarantee every Raw or SmackDown, the world champion is going to come out and talk for a few minutes. I'd like TNA or Ring of Honor to do that with Kevin Steen. Just come out, just talk shit to the fans, talk shit to Davey Richards, Jim Cornette, Kyle O'Reilly, whoever. Just come out and brag. Like, that's what I think of when a world champion, you know. Come out, just keep talking shit. But he just makes an appearance like every once in a while. I'd like to see him appear weekly. So yeah, that was Ring of Honor. If you want to know how to watch their show, what you want to do is you want to go to their website, rohwrestling.com, and sign up for a free account, and you can watch the show every Thursday. Also on their website, you can order the pay-per-view coming up, ROH Best in the World. Great segue, right? Totally not planned. So yeah, Ring of Honor has another pay-per-view coming up this weekend, Best in the World 2012. Got a solid card here, and we're about to go through it. So first off, we got the Briscoes versus the Guardians of Truth. The Guardians of Truth, no idea who they are. It's a very secret tag team right now, so it's pretty much the Briscoes versus two unknown guys. I'd like to see like former Ring of Honor guys, like maybe a Jimmy Rave and Alex Shelley, the Embassy. Actually, I don't know. Maybe the former House of Truth tag team that Truth Martini had. Maybe they come back. I don't know, but I like tag team wrestling, so I'm excited for this. Next, we got Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly in a hybrid fighting rules match. I don't know the rules, like the stipulations for the match, but this should be a solid wrestling match, or maybe it's a hybrid fighting rules match. I don't know if it's a fight or it's a match. I'll go with Adam Cole on this one. Next, we got Eddie Edwards versus Homicide. So Eddie Edwards is doing this thing where he's taking on former Ring of Honor World Champions. I can't wait till he gets to Jerry Lynn. Pretty excited about that. So we got Eddie versus Homicide. expecting Eddie to win and just keep on going until maybe he challenges Kevin Steen to a world title match. But I expect Bennett to get involved, Mike Bennett. So Homicide might take it. I'm going to go with Eddie Edwards, though. Next, we got Michael Elgin versus Fit Finlay. This should be a fucking hard-hitting match. I think Michael Elgin's going to win. You know, you don't need Finlay to win. You know, he's a big superstar. He just needs to come in and kick ass, you know? So I'm going to go with Elgin on this one. Next, we got Jay Lethal versus Roderick Strong versus Tommaso Ciampa. 3-way elimination match for the TV title. Definitely want to go with Roderick here. He just won the title a couple months ago, I believe. Yeah, a month ago. And no need to take it off so quickly. So let's let him ride it out for a little bit. Next, we got Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team versus All Night Express for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Definitely want to give it to All Night Express. Haas and Benjamin, they don't need the tag team titles. But I guess it'd be... Yeah, you don't need all heel champions, because right now, Kevin Steen's the world champion, Haas and Benjamin are tag team champions, and Roderick is the TV champion. All of them are heels. So maybe let All Night Express carry the tag team titles for a bit. And yeah, I'm hoping for a good match here. And I'm going to go with All Night Express. And last but not least, we got Kevin Steen versus Davey Richards, an anything goes match for the ROH World title. Definitely Kevin Steen. You gotta go with Kevin Steen. No way about it. I don't expect Davey to beat Kevin Steen so soon. If he beats Kevin right now, then all that year-long build-up for this match goes to waste. Just for him to lose it like a month later. So I definitely gotta go with Kevin Steen. And I'd like to see more of Kevin Steen on Ring of Honor TV. So yeah, that's Ring of Honor. You can buy it for $14.99 on Ring of Honor's website. And I'll have a review for it next week. Last but not least, we got a little bit of wrestling news. Very minimal. So the only news is here, if you pre-order WWE 13, you will receive a code to download Mike Tyson when the game comes out. I'm glad they put like Mike Tyson. He's not like a huge character. Like last year, I believe it was The Rock. If you pre-order the game, you get The Rock. So, you know, here they're not doing anyone important, in my opinion. You know, you're not losing someone big. Like, if you pre-order the game, you get the Hardy Boys, The Rock, Stone Cold, and Vince McMahon or something, you know? They're doing a character that, like, if you don't pre-order the game, you're not missing much. So that's cool. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching another weekly wrestling review. A Universe video should be up tomorrow. And, yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Comment at anything I talked about. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Catch me in another weekly wrestling review next week where we got reviews for Ring of Honor, Best in the World, Raw, Smackdown, Impact, and some more wrestling news. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Peace out.